All right, troops, welcome to Actually. My name is Owen. Hello, J-Man, John, Sean, and Stephen. How are you all?
Hello.
Hey,
So you may be missing Charlie tonight. He had to work, so he says. I think he just doesn't want to talk to us anymore. Whatever.
He doesn't want to talk about music. He's not a music.
he's deaf, guys. You're so insensitive.
Yes.
He can't hear any music.
He's hearing impaired. You know what? It's the beard that gets in his ears.
I think so. That must be it. Yeah, too much hair in the ears. So we've been gone a few weeks because just life has just been insane. I don't know about you guys, but work has been crazy busy. But I wanted to do something a little different on the stream tonight, rather than just talking about a movie and saying this is good and this is bad, whatever else. I wanted to talk about a subject that's near and dear to my heart, which is movie scores, which I have always loved since I was a kid. And I thought, it's something interesting and new for us to talk about. We'll see how people like it, if they do, if they don't, whatever, if anyone reacts. But like growing up, I always listened to music scores, and I still have the vinyl here of one of the very first ones.
Oh, Superman.
Nice.
Well, it was nice. I'm sure it was something nice.
It's
still opens up into that.
Oh, awesome.
So there we are. So yeah,
I wish I'd get 2, 3, and 4 like because Ken Thorne. I like Superman's 3's soundtrack a lot.
Yeah. I do too.
So that's cool. But I don't know whether to go into superhero scores or not, because that's going to be in like a genre in itself. We can maybe hover over it, but we'll start in like I think the early days of action, maybe like what we think are sort of iconic tunes, and I think Bullet would probably be one of the first sort of main ones of Steve McQueen. Great music, that was cool. And then there's like Dirty Harry, like Lilo Schifrin, R.I.P. Lilo Schifrin, who died last week, sadly, in his 90s, and he did Dirty Harry, Mission Impossible, like just so, Enter the Dragon, like so many iconic themes from like the 70s. So I'm trying to think what movie would have sort of made movie scores a big thing. Would it have been Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star
Wars
yeah.
for sure. Orchestral theme songs, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws.
Yeah.
Basically John Williams. Everything's like
James Bond, right? Those
James
are all
Bond.
Of course.
Yes. James Bond,
Pink
Gary
Panther.
Goldsmith, and John Smith, the 3 J's. I think.
Yeah. No,
Did you say John Carpenter, Steve?
No,
what did you say?
4 J's. No, I said Jerry Goldsmith.
Oh, Jerry Goldsmith.
And James Bond.
Okay, I missed. Yeah. John Carpenter, Psycho. Yeah, Real Popcorn Geek said Psycho.
Yeah. Psycho.
Anything John Carpenter, like Halloween. That's my theme on my phone.
My favorite theme tune of all time is Halloween, definitely. Yeah.
But also like the spaghetti westerns, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yeah.
Neil McCartney,
Yeah, no, there were some really good ones. I'm trying to think of what my favorite action movie scores are. I love Con Air, the theme tune, Mark Mancina, and Trevor Rabin. The electric guitar theme tune should play every time I enter a room. I love that piece of music. I love like heroic music, which is something they don't really do anymore. Like even in, like, I suppose the last sort of heroic thing would have been the Avengers theme, really.
Yeah.
like they're bringing it back with Fantastic Four. Like it's distinctive.
Fantastic Four.
But they haven't done that for anything else. It's like that's Shang-Chi's theme. It's like
Shang-Chi. I don't know. I don't mind the Fantastic Four music until they start going Fantastic Four. It's like, I get it. It's like Fantastic
But basically nowadays it's the iconic music is for the superhero stuff. I think of the Avengers, I think of Captain America, I think of Wonder Woman. That's really iconic modern day.
Wonder Woman is the best superhero theme of recent times. That when I heard that first time, I'm going to use a word the kids say. That fucking slaps, and it does. I'm not sure what that means, but
I don't really. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. It's awesome though. Yes, it is definitely awesome. What about Harold Faltermeyer or whatever, like Beverly Hills Cop? I like Tango and Cash.
Yes,
that's
as well, didn't he? Didn't do Cuffs?
I love Cuffs. I've got the entire Cuffs. Is awesome. Cuffs is great. Dun, 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 dun,
I never even thought of that when I was
that's I was just looking at my phone my phone app, my music app, all the ones that I've gotten. That's kind of how Black Rain. When
Black Rain's pretty good. Yeah.
Thinking the soundtrack was really good on that one too.
Old school, like iconic score. I think Rambo by Jerry Goldsmith.
Rambo,
Rambo for sure.
100%.
Because the genius of the Rambo score is you can do so much with it. It can sound sad, it can sound militaristic, it can sound heroic, it can be used for different emotions. And that's where Jerry Goldsmith was just an absolute master. And then
that's from that song, right?
Yeah. And then Brian Tyler as well continued on with like the Rambo.
Yes,
and he did a really good job because he brought in the Rambo Adagio, which I love. You know, you know that music. So, and then of course Brian Tyler did the Expendables, which is great as well.
Yes, I like
you know what's a great soundtrack is the remake of Bangkok Dangerous.
Yes,
that is. I bought that CD. I was like, "Whoa, this is really exceptional."
Yeah,
the remix
piece of music. Yeah,
and that's Brian Tyler too.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a few guys still around who are still like pretty solid.
Oh yeah, I mean Hans Zimmer's done so many great ones.
He's done a lot of. I mean, we didn't even know how many he did till that stream a few weeks ago. We're like, holy shit, the guy did everything. He did.
Oh yeah,
he did every sound. He did every movie. Every movie is on.
Yeah, I mean, like F1 was thought the weekend. Great score and music was the best thing about it. Had a memorable theme tune and everything. It was very Hans Zimmer sounding. So that he's still got it, and he's still. Like sometimes I'll hear a score of his and I'm like, I'm not sure. But then there's like a little earworm part of it that gets into your head, and then like, okay, actually that's actually really cool. Like what he did with like the Dark Knight trilogy and whatever. And it took me a while before Batman Begins came out. And I remember they released the theme tune to it, and I was like, oh, that's not the Danny Elfman music, and that took me some getting used to, not because Danny Elfman's Batman theme and John Williams' Superman theme are like the two great superhero themes of all time.
Iconic.
And that's why they're doing John Williams' theme again for the new one, which I'm not sure how I feel about, but we'll see how it works. So,
it's for the fake Superman, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
What about Alien?
Yes, quiet and subtle, and then you get Aliens, which James Horner is fantastic. R.I.P. James Horner. He was definitely gone too soon. Killed in a plane crash a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago or something like that.
Well, if you want to talk like great soundtrack, you want to talk Total Recall.
Yes. The opening credits of Total Recall is like
that's awesome
of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Terminator 2.
Popcorn Geeks talking RoboCop. That's another one.
Yeah. Predator.
Yeah,
Predator for sure.
RoboCop, obviously. Basil Polidos. Conan, come on, Jay.
Conan I wrote on the top. I mean, it's so like that's my favorite soundtrack of all time, even more than Superman. So
interestingly, is you brought my attention to it, and I never noticed until I watched Total Recall recently, and I was like, "That's the same theme tune." Total Recall, I totally ripped it off.
Yeah, it sounds like
sounds like, but Total Recall, man. Even the credits in the beginning with the swiping down, like
yeah.
And that's mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's something which you don't really get much in like movie themes these days. It's like it's masculine sounding, same as like Predator and Total Recall, where it's like you hear it and you just want to go to the gym.
You know why they're not doing it? The way that they do credits now is not good. It used to be there was either some cool graphic or it was just black screen, like Escape from New York, and or what. It's like it just starts up and it's black with just the credits, and then you're listening to the music, and this 2 minutes or whatever it is that takes the place of the overture. So you used to have the overture, you sit down and be like, okay, there's this big epic music, you're waiting around for your movie to start, then you have your credits. But now, or not now, but then you had those longer credits, right? So it's like 2 minutes where it's just like Halloween, zooming in really, it's like super slow zooming in,
subtle,
pumpkins opening up, right? That's it. They don't do that in credits much anymore. It's more like they just get it kind of get
straight into the movie.
It's at the end now. Like all that stuff is at the end.
Yes, and it needs to be in the beginning because that is what gets you into movie mode. Like I just sit down, I just watch it's literally 20 minutes of commercial, at least in Canada. Hey Joe Dog, hey Kunabi, hey Adam, hey really everybody. It's at least in Canada, it's 20 minutes of crap. And you're like, God, when is this movie? And then the movie starts, and it just starts. Yeah. And you're like, I'm not over the commercials yet. Like, I need a transition period to get relaxed into the mood. Like, once Halloween starts, you're like, okay, I understand. This is the mood of this movie. I'm now getting into it. Total Recall, Can you imagine on IMAX seeing the Total Recall where it's like with like
yeah.
Right?
It's crazy.
It's like
That's the Total Recall for what you're going to watch. Yeah.
And I've said this.
Running Man too. Also,
yes.
I've said to J-Man, like the only studio that has a great logo now or a great opening that I actually enjoy and I look forward to is Universal. Not just because I like the globe and all that, but because they'll do different things with it. You don't see that with any of the other ones like MGM or Warner's.
Yeah, we just talked about. We just talked about. When did we just talk about this? I feel like I just had this conversation like a week ago or something, right?
Yeah.
Was that with you? Yeah.
No, it wasn't with me. It was with
that's weird. That's I think my wife said, she's like, "Oh, the Universal. What the hell were we watching? We were watching something Universal came." She's like, "This is really neat." Oh, it was one where it was an older. What the hell was it? And they were showing where they showed all of the old ones.
Yes. I know the one.
It was like 50th anniversary or something, and they would show the black and white, the little thing going around,
plane and shit.
Plane, and then they showed like all 5 or 6 logos that they've had throughout the years, and she was like, "That's really cool." I was like, "This is cool." I can't remember what movie it was now.
But you don't even get a Happy Death Day where it will give you
repeats it,
playing it, repeating it.
Yeah, repeats it. That's cool.
The Mummy, it would blow away the logo, right?
Yeah. Oblivion, the ship is coming out from the
yes, it was not like 20th Century Fox. That was like the Alien movies or the Predator movies, and it was sort of. Actually, Adam said Junkie XL from Mad Max Fury Road. That is one of the greatest action scores. I watched Fury Road on the plane over to the UK last week, and on the way back, I watched it twice in the one.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's become like one of my all-time favorite movies. I was like, I could just watch this movie on repeat. I was like,
oh yeah,
absolutely fantastic. I think it actually is now my favorite Mad Max movie. Blasphemy, maybe, but
that's blasphemy. You got to go with Road Warrior because
Road Warrior, obviously, it's up there with Road Warrior. It would be like Road Warrior, that 1, 3.
Yeah, I actually do really like them all. Like pretty. I even like Furiosa. Furiosa is just a little bit too long.
Yeah.
But other than that, I do like all 5. You can put them in any order. It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
You'll probably change it. You could probably watch and interchange it, like depending on what you're doing.
Road Warrior, I saw it when I was young, and I watched it 4 bazillion trillion times. That I can't even fathom not. That's in my top 10 favorite films of all time. So I just pretend that's the. It's like Empire doesn't mean Empire; it just means all of Star Wars, right? Yeah. Like Star Wars is the original 3 movies. So I saw that. Yeah, I actually like that. I was going to mention that shirt. I like that. I guess presentation or artwork of that of Empire.
The 40th anniversary.
Yeah. I thought that was really neat.
That was cool.
Yeah, I like that. No, I like that. That's the poster. I don't have the poster where they're kissing, and it's like the one where he's like he's standing over everybody, and then they're all in him. That's the poster I have. Not that.
Yeah, the one of them kissing. I remember I had that poster in my room, and it was like in the cupboard in my room. God, what age was I? I must have been like 6 or 7 years old. One of my earliest memories is seeing that. Actually, just Live and Let Die. Live and Let Die is my favorite ever Bond song. Like to me, it's everything that like a Bond theme should be. It's like I want to fight somebody on top of a moving train to that music. It's just it just totally captures the spirit of it.
We got to do that would be an interesting top 5 Bond themes. That would be an interesting stream.
I know what I would pick. But,
I think I've got a few. I was starting to think what would be. Maybe don't say it. Then we can. We can save that maybe for some. That might be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Other ones, Speed.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, Speed. Yeah,
that was good because distinctive. Yeah,
Backdraft.
2 distinctive.
Backdraft.
Yes. The Rock, Crimson Tide, True Romance, all these movies. The Rock is fantastic.
I think 2 modern ones that are unsung are Hannah. Remember that movie?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I have that. Yeah. Yes, I have that, buddy.
I did the score for that. It's awesome.
It's no.
Cool. I don't know why they didn't do more.
You're right, Sean. That's not unsung in this house. I have that. I was like, whoa, this is an awesome show. I got the soundtrack and the movie. I think I do own the movie too. But I was like, I was more pumped for the soundtrack than the movie.
Yeah.
And Haywire.
Haywire was cool. Yeah,
was a good soundtrack too. Cool. Yeah. That was really good too.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Priest is good too.
Priest is one of the best
Carl
scores I've
Urban as
ever
the
heard.
bad guy. I thought the music was excellent. I was like, what the hell? The movie's okay. It's cool.
No, it's awesome.
The score is like one of the all-time greats. Christopher Young, who also did Hellraiser, and Hellraiser, particularly Hellraiser 2, that opening choral theme. Amazing.
Yeah.
So,
and then
theme to 24. I don't know the theme to 24. Is that the TV show? I'd have to listen to it. I didn't watch 24.
It's funny who mentioned Hard Rain there, because Hard Rain is very similar to the 24 theme.
Okay.
Very similar, yeah.
Hard Rain's a great movie, man.
Yeah.
That's just also
there. We're popping theme to 24 and Hard Rain is basically the same. So yes, totally is. Yeah. The Wick themes, yes, by Tyler Bates. Like I have been obsessed with the music to Ballerina. I've been listening to that driving around, and I'm amazed I haven't got a speeding ticket. The guys who do the music is called Le Castlevania, and I was like, Castlevania. Well, obviously I have to like it then.
Two I enjoyed that no one talks about is The Jackal. I really like this.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
that was good.
And one, J-Man, actually, this is a movie for you, and I'm surprised we haven't talked about it yet, is The Sea Wolves with Gregory Peck, Roger Moore.
No.
Has a terrific opening score, and it has explosions in the score. So I don't know how
awesome.
you guys can't love this.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Where Eagles Dare is another fantastic.
Where Eagles Dare, yeah.
And also Who Dares Wins. I think it's called The Final something it's called over here. It's called something different, but in the UK, the final what?
Final option.
Yes, the final option. Yes,
okay.
That's it. Yeah, that's called that here. Yeah, and it's just a twanging guitar and everything. It's just cool as fuck. I love that music. It was really cool.
So. Oh, and you have not mentioned this one yet. I was waiting for you to mention it. Something Bow and
Arrow. Broken Arrow. Oh
Broken
yeah.
Arrow.
No, I did mention that when I.
Did you mention it? Oh, okay. I didn't hear you mention it. I was like, how's he not saying Broken Arrow? That's like every time.
Hans Zimmer was like the king of the 90s. There was no better movie composers than Hans Zimmer in the 90s. Okay. I would say also like Alan Silvestri does great. Well, Predator, obviously. Eraser, underrated scores. Even got the electric guitars and everything on it. Super heroic sounding. What else? Michael Caine did some good stuff. Die Hard, obviously. Lethal Weapon. I have a controversial statement though, which will get me cancelled, but I fucking hate the saxophone music in Lethal Weapon. It's the only flaw I have with the movie. The saxophone sometimes, I think it's just because my hearing is fucked, but I'm just like, it's so annoying. Shut up.
I never.
It's a punchline thing. That's the problem.
It is a punchline.
Anytime there's a gang goes, whoa.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're like, we don't need it. I was saying to the guys before we went online there that I just picked up the 4K to Lethal Weapon and I watched it yesterday. I got that and The Long Kiss Goodnight, and both movies that I love. But I mean, I'm trying to think of any movies today that match the scene of Riggs with the gun in his mouth. You know, the see you later scene. In terms of just being that moving, I can't think of anything that would be that emotional these days. Can you think of anything?
They wouldn't even address that.
No. They would just have a fucking trigger warning at the beginning or something.
Like, you know this happens in real life, right? Why don't you just this movie?
Yeah, we mentioned Rambo with Gary Goldsmith. Yeah,
that cannot be reached. We mentioned First Blood for sure.
Yes, Broken Arrow and Scream. Yes, Scream 2. Because I remember seeing that in the cinema. I said this to you before, and I was the only person, as me and my buddy. And then anytime Dewey comes on screen, the Broken Arrow music plays, and we're like, "That's a Broken Arrow theme! That's awesome!" And we're laughing away, and everyone's like, "What are they laughing at?" And I was like, "Oh, shut up!" So,
what about Hard Target? Now I have that.
Yes.
Well, that's a good one.
Bloodsport
is good too. Bloodsport, Kickboxer.
The inspirational music is something we don't get much of anymore, like the Paul Herzog themes or whatever. You know, the Fight to Survive and shit like that. I want something that makes me want to go to the gym.
Well, the entire soundtrack of Rocky IV, Rocky IV the musical.
I was gonna say, Rocky IV is a musical, but like we're not doing soundtracks; we're doing scores, right? But
why not?
Both don't matter.
But Vince DiColla's score for Rocky IV and Transformers the movie are great, you know, and it's got that nostalgic to me now, like synthesizer type music.
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, Transformers, that's the most bought soundtrack for me ever. Every time there's a new edition,
I don't know how many I have.
I keep rebuying it. It's like, oh, I'll just get another one or whatever.
Right, here's one for you. Now, for a comment where he says there are a lot of composers who have a sound that carries through their scores. James Horner is in every single one of his scores. You watch Willow and all the other ones, they all go at some point.
Real popcorn. The Eye of the Tiger movie has nothing to do with Eye of the Tiger. They say the name once, and then
they have the theme tune in it again. So I was like, whatever.
And they play it, and that's it. Yeah, but
how come they don't do Ear of the Wolf or something? It's the ear of the wolf. I don't know. Or the eyes of the wolf.
James Horner did one of the most iconic trailer ones, which was in Aliens. There's that scene at the end when she's fighting the alien in the docking bay, and there's that whole it just the music revs up, and that was in every frigging action movie trailer. I swear to God.
The best trailer song was Judge Dredd, which they did. I have
that music.
Yes.
Right, and then they use that in like they would use that in all other.
It made everything seem so much more exciting, and then when you watch it, you're like, it's okay, but it's never as exciting as that music makes it.
No, they use it in The Phantom, which is a great movie as well. Actually, it's a better movie than Judge Dredd, but
The Shadow. All right, Jerry Goldsmith's The Shadow's
good too. The Shadow. But that I remember getting so pumped. The first soundtrack I ever bought was Judge Dredd. That's sorry. That's not the first soundtrack I bought. That's a lie. That's the first CD I bought. CD. The first soundtrack I bought. I have Thunderdome on cassette. I've got. You know what I have on cassette? Tangerine Dream. What's it? Firestarter.
Oh yeah, Firestarter.
They did
Legend
as well.
Yeah.
The Keep.
The Keep.
The music of Thief was great, particularly the end credits music. Heat as well has some great music as well. Michael Mann's music is always fantastic. Collateral as well. Fuck, or something else I was going to say. What was it? I got too excited and I lost my place.
Well, like in the 80s, every movie, even movies that didn't deserve a great soundtrack, like Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, that's a great soundtrack. I've got that.
It's this dude in New York. He's Australian. But like the soundtrack, like that entire thing, when she's running at the end, she throws her shoes off and she's running. Like that entire do. And it's just simple, but it's amazing. It sets the tone perfectly. And this is just a comedy. Like, what the hell? Yeah.
I think actually maybe, Star Wars is other, but I think my favorite scores in terms of just beautiful music is Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. The music is absolutely fantastic. And just sounds like unlike anything we'd heard before. Like whenever the arrival in Rivendell and that heavenly choral music comes on, you're just like, oh my God, it's absolutely fantastic.
I know it's a superhero, but the Rocketeer has a beautiful sky.
I think we can talk about superheroes because we already have. So go ahead.
Well, there's action in it.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I cover superhero movies. You can't not. I've covered all of the every Arnie movie, every Stallone movie, and also so many times you can go over the same stuff. David Michael Frank, Showdown in Little Tokyo, Best of the Best 2. He did all kinds of great scores. One Man Force as well. It was all pretty much the same theme. It was all just this electric guitar music, and it was just awesome. So he was really good. Perfect Weapon had some good music as well.
I just remember I Got the Power.
Yeah.
That beginning was super. We played that. Even just the beginning part of that, we played that 100 times. And then go ahead. Sorry, John.
Because that Perfect Weapon is the movie that got me into a dojo, so I that's why I got my black belt in Ed Parker Kempo. But I remember we did fairs and stuff, so we did demos and stuff. We played that frickin' song every single time. It's it got to the point where it's can we just do something different? It's I got so sick of it. It's I got the power. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I got the power.
You got the power. but Jeff's thing is that. First of all, that movie is perfect. They named it correctly. It's literally flawless.
That's my Bible. Yeah,
it is the Bible.
Yeah.
And all the music is good, but that's just a perfectly structured film too. But anyway, you got the power. I got the power. You're like,
I just remembered what it was. Ed has always bought me soundtracks, and he bought me my first that Superman LP. I think was actually Ed or Greg's when they were growing up. But the first LP I actually got was Batman 1989, Danny Elfman.
Oh yeah.
And I listened to that to death. I have it on CD still because like the record was just scratched to shit. I couldn't even listen to it because I just listened to it all the time for years because it's maybe my favorite score of all time. And then Batman Returns is fantastic as well. So those are the two best Batman scores for me. And like I liked what Hans tried with like the Dark Knight trilogy. I particularly like Batman Begins because it was more thematic, whereas the Dark Knight was more just kind of noise. But it worked because it was sort of like encroaching madness, and it kind of worked for the story it was telling. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, and the first CD I ever got was the score to Bram Stoker's Dracula by Wojciech.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, the Vampire Killers or Vampire Hunters. That was a great theme.
Graham Revell is good too. Yeah, The Crow, Power Rangers, Negotiation,
Highlander,
and City. He also did. I think he did The Craft, and which
Target.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've got the soundtrack and the score. I remember having Mortal Kombat also has a good score.
Mortal Kombat has a great score. You're right.
Yeah, the score's really good too. The music, everyone knows the song. I'm trying to think like when I bought. Like sometimes you buy the soundtrack and the score because you liked the music, but then you also liked the orchestra stuff, right? So or the whatever the score versus the soundtrack. And I remember that was really one of them. That one, what was it? You mentioned something. Whatever you mentioned one a minute ago, and I had both of those too. But also The Messenger, Joan of Arc.
Oh yeah.
That had a pretty good. I used a lot of that in my university. So that The Craft, I think Frighteners. Army of Darkness. The guy who does all the Evil Deads. What's his name?
Joseph DeLuca.
DeLuca, yeah. Xena. He did Xena.
Yeah.
Right. Hercules. So all that guy's stuff is all good too. Anything I ripped off for one of my movies in university is like. I ripped off a lot of Iron Maiden as well, but anyway.
Anytime anybody mentions Hercules, I just always think of Eddie Murphy and the Nutty Professor. More just like Hercules. I was going to say Raw Deal, particularly just for the music. Whenever he's putting up and adjusts his hair, and so and then he checks his hair in the mirror. He's about to go kill everybody. And he's like, but does my hair look good? That's the main thing. What's wrong with my hair? And probably more like it. Oh, controversial. Well, Man of Steel has a theme tune, but it's not as iconic as like John Williams. But yeah, Batman. That was the thing which I remember when I first saw The Dark Knight. I was like, "Where's the theme tune you introduced in Batman Begins?" And then they never used it again. And like they never used it again in the movies. I was like, why not?
I don't remember. I remember Batman Begins more. That's the one I've seen the most.
Same. Yeah.
When I watch it, I've only seen Dark Knight Rises twice ever.
No,
so I really need to rewatch that again. But
that was cool. It had that cool, the chant, that was kind of cool. Yeah. But the thing was for me, just while we're on the Dark Knight subject, is that like the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises feel like one story, but different from Batman Begins, because visually Batman Begins is the way I kind of want a Batman film to look. You got the grimy alley, streets and everything. And then they never even bother to explain what happens to the Narrows ever again. And the movies are like, the Narrows is lost, but we can bring it back, but not in this trilogy. So they never find out.
Leave that for another darker trilogy where you can't see anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Dun, 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 dun,
that's a great score, though. The Batman.
I have that score, but whatever. Even though I make fun of that movie, and it's
even though you don't like the movies. The music to Michael Bay's Transformers is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I've got the scores for I have those. Yeah,
music is amazing. I'm glad somebody recommended that. Yeah.
The problem is that when I don't like the movie and I don't rewatch it enough, the scores don't stick. That's one of the issues, right? Where it's like something like when we're talking about Rambo, like even when we're doing that guy's podcast, we're Ryan's podcast. And like in Rambo 3, when they played with the music, right, where it's like, da-na-na-na, and then when he turns it just stops. You're like, oh, and you're like, shit, I wanted to just go with that 1 second. They just cut it short because then Rambo turned to the screen like, oh shit, Rambo's here. Like it was like because it was building up to Rambo, and then he cut. It's like Rambo cut his own theme music off. you just turn, you're like, oh shit, he's here. Okay. We're getting serious.
Oh, so I'm just going to let G-Man respond to this one.
Oh yeah, well, sorry, Real Popcorn Geek. Those movies are abomination. I despise them, and I despise J.J. Abrams. I can't even fake pretend to like him. Like if he was in front of me, I wouldn't be able to look at his stupid face. I despise that human being. He's a piece of garbage who ruins great things because he's a hack and can't direct. Yeah, I don't know. He can't direct traffic. So that's not really.
Stop sitting in a fence and just be honest.
Yeah. Listen, Sean,
come on, just give us your opinion.
Sean knows. Yeah. It's like
I think Wrath of Khan is my favorite Star Trek film and score. I would say
that's a great
Yeah,
that's my favorite score too. I know everyone loves the first movie score, and that's
it's the Next Generation theme after. So, but like everyone,
part two,
like I don't know what you're saying. Like,
more dynamic. I love the part two.
Like it's I know, but like it's like everyone knows that theme song, right? So I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm saying they're both awesome.
Like, no, it's really good. I mean, like that's where the Klingon theme song came from.
Yeah, everything's in there.
I would say that maybe the three most like iconic themes. I would say James Bond. Everybody knows the James Bond theme. So you hear that, everyone's like, that. Superman by John Williams. Everybody knows that. As soon as you hear the music, you associate it with that character. And that's I would say maybe Rambo, but do people in the street, would they really know the music?
Like what about Indiana Jones?
Yeah, I was going to say
Indiana Jones. Basically anything by fucking John Williams, really. And I would say the Imperial March, really. I would say everyone knows. Yeah.
What about Godzilla? Like
-1 score is fantastic as well, but so is King of the Monsters. Nobody likes the movie except me, but the music is fantastic.
I'm okay with it. I've watched it like 4 times.
But that took from the Toho scores.
Yeah,
like
it's the Toho scores. Yeah.
You used the proper
like
scores.
Mothra and everything.
Yeah.
It was all there,
which was awesome.
It was good.
It was Bear McCreary. He did some good stuff. I didn't have enough money at the time, so I never even bothered saying to you guys. But he was playing in Toronto recently, and he was performing like Godzilla, Rings of Power, Walking Dead, and everything live.
Cool.
And I thought, that would have been cool because even though Rings of Power sucked, the music was good. So that would have been cool to see him live anyway because he retweeted my review of Godzilla King of the Monsters. I remember. Shout out to Bear McCreary.
I think he scored a AVGN as well, like the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did.
He did. Beer.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah.
He shows up in weird places, but for me, it's most.
It's before you hit big time, right?
Yeah. I think Bond is the most iconic in terms of like a character theme. Like as soon as you hear the music, you associate it with that. Same with Superman. I would say those two are the most.
Well, I was going to ask J-Man because you love this movie. On Her Majesty's Secret Service changed the Bond music on purpose. Did you like the score for that movie?
I own the score, so I'm going to say yes, I suppose. Right. But I own it.
It never stuck after that.
Yeah, I didn't. Look, it's because that's a weird movie. Anyways, I understand that's because that's like a transition movie, and then even though they went back,
but it is one of the best though. Like it's a fantastic movie though. Like
it's a great movie. Sure.
For sure. It's exactly the book. That's why there's only one
score
minor
was
difference.
Uh,
used in the teaser for in The Incredibles, where
I didn't notice that.
The what's the guy, the Mr. Incredible, whatever his name is.
I don't know.
He's trying to put on his tights and like they don't fit. But they played that music. Oh, I
didn't know. I always saw that movie once. Incredibles is a cool movie. And I never saw the other ones. If there's a part 2 or 3. Yeah. Game of Thrones is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
The Walking Dead was a good theme tune, but the show I stopped watching after like a few seasons. I was like, how many times can you watch people being chased and bitten by zombies?
How often can you see them go to a compound where there's crazy people who are just going to tie them up and kill them?
It's like we get it. The people are worse than the actual creatures, and the people are the Walking Dead. Yeah, that's.
Oh, I get it. Season 15. Season 15. Wait a minute, guys. Have you noticed that the humans are kind of the bad guy? No.
Who knows? Yeah, it's like season 19 is like, oh, okay.
I know what that is, or whatever.
I got it finally. Well, I mean, iconic themes. It's Mission Impossible, right? Both.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes, everybody knows that. Yeah.
What about Goblin, Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, because I watch all those, all the Dario Argento movies, it's like Suspiria is awesome. Like,
We can talk about like Bill Conti.
Yeah.
Bill Conti
Yes.
in Karate Kid and all that.
Yes.
Desert Heat, aka Inferno,
Yeah.
it's what Van Damme's movie, and it may not be the most amazing movie, but it's one of the best scores of all time. I love that movie score.
And Van Damme's on a motorcycle, so it's pretty high.
And it's got a coyote in it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
My spirit animal.
we're making it. My spirit animal is a frog, a toad. I did it.
And he does his jump spinning kick as a jet goes by. How awesome is that?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Valid points.
Yeah.
That movie has been saved.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's also set in a desert. I have a thing for the desert. I love any movie that takes place in the desert. I don't know of anyone else. I don't know why. I just do.
Because it's awesome.
The Hitcher. Speaking of which, that's also in the
Oh
desert.
shit! Yeah,
Music to
Hitcher's
that.
good.
Some music to that's good.
For sure. It's got to be. It feels like it feels like it is.
Yeah.
And that movie's so intense that like you start to like lose yourself in the story because you put yourself in that guy's position. Like, how would I get out of this? And that you're not paying attention as much. That's a bit of a weird. There's movies like that where it's like you're so invested in what's happening that you're just losing track. It's like it almost goes by so quickly, and you're like, "Oh, that was already over." And then you can watch it a bunch of times. Friday 13th, Real Popcorn Geek mentioned. That's a good one.
Vangelis, of course, did Blade Runner.
Oh hell yeah!
All-time greats. And then Hans did an amazing score with Blade Runner 2049 as well. Just explaining that, and I'm obsessed with both. I love them. And then, of course, whether you like the movies or not, the music to June, particularly June 2, is fantastic. For Kiss the Ring.
Yeah, June has good songs.
The Return of Swamp Thing and Deathstalker 2. Nice.
Sure.
The Deathstalker theme is awesome. It's one of those little earworm themes that just goes through your head.
I can't play it for a Real Popcorn. We don't have it on this one. It's on my channel. Anytime someone mentions Deathstalker, I play the Deathstalker 2 intro. So I can't. I could do it for you. I'll have my revenge and Deathstalker 2.
When's the remake coming out? The one with
I don't know, but we're gonna be there. We're gonna be the Vips. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for that. We did get an update. We got some set photos. I think they're in post production now, so I can check my Kickstarter and see what.
Yeah.
Well, somebody, Steve also. No, some other people also
I contributed.
You also contributed, right? So check your. You could see you'll get updates or whatever.
Yeah, I saw the updates.
And Return of the Swamp Thing, I've got that movie poster, the original movie poster for that. I love it.
Yeah.
Another great theme, the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a great theme, man.
Yeah, I've got the 2-disc limited edition, blah 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 soundtrack.
Big
I think I got that for Sean, right? You're only allowed to buy 2 copies per person, so
Yes, I have that one.
I had to make an executive decision and pick Sean. Sorry,
behind John, I see Commando, of course.
Oh yeah,
Commando has the best tacking up scene music ever when he's tacking up.
Yes,
it just if that doesn't make you want to go out and blow shit up, I don't know what.
I don't think Schwarzenegger could stand or move after all that stuff.
But then
he would just be stuck.
But then he stands up and throws the AK over his shoulder, and you're just like, "Let's go."
He would topple. I have balanced many action figures with accessories, and I'm telling you that there's an accessory breaking point.
Yeah.
Like, this figure will not. It's like Man at Arms. Like you cannot stand him after. It's like you put that little. They gave him a sword too. It's like okay, like you put that sword, it just tips him. It's like that's it. You can't hold anymore.
That's like the RoboCop I have there. And like as soon as you put the gun in his hand, he just fell over and it broke. And I was like, "Great."
Is that? Must be neck. Must be neck.
It actually was.
It's like,
right, John, you haven't been able to get much of a word in any.
I've been enjoying you. I've just been listening to you guys. I get my turn. It's fine. I got a couple ones that like you might not think about, but these are like personal favorites of mine, and I'm a product of the '80s. So, J-Man, you'll appreciate this one. Basil Poldaris, the original Red Dawn. I get pumped up every time I hear that music. Yeah. Like at the end when the best thing you could say about a score is like when it plays at the end, you want to watch the credits because the music's playing.
That is a good point.
That's the this one. I love the story behind this one because we all love Alan Silvestri and the Delta Force. That's that's probably my I have it on my app. You know, it's just he didn't have any money. They didn't give him any money. So he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do synthesizer on this shit. And then he just created the most epic Chuck Norris theme ever. Yes. And then Lone Wolf McQuade every time. Yeah. When they score off at the end and the organ music starts playing, I get chills every single time I watch this movie, bar none. So those are like my top 3. And then I think I had because I made a list. I went through and just started making a list. Couple ones that you might not think of, like I love Dolph Lundgren's The Punisher theme. Music.
I love that.
Oh, Red Scorpion as well. Red Scorpion's
Red Scorpion, exactly.
Yeah. Stargate by David Arnold.
Yeah. I love Megaforce. Megaforce it's cheesy.
Yes. Did I give you Mega? Do you have Megaforce? I think I have that.
Oh, I got the umbrella.
I've never seen Megaforce.
You've never seen Megaforce?
Oh my god, so awesome! I can loan it to you. I don't have. I only have it on DVD. Megaforce. I missed out on all the pumped up editions. I only have the DVD, so I'm really upset. But I did buy the digital. I actually bought the actual soundtrack digitally from Buy Soundtracks, where I get all my weird ones like Deathstalker, Chopping. I got Chopping Mall. It was like Chopping Mall, Deathstalker 2-pack, because the guy did the music for both movies. I'm like, this is great. So anything like that, I can give you. But I've got the Megaforce. I might even have it on this computer. I could upload it right now if you need a good, because these are the official. I need it. Like this is the official soundtrack, like actual digital, not just like I got it off YouTube or something.
And then you can't beat Megaforce, the song that they sing at the end of it. It's just like it's the best thing ever. It's just like it's total 80s and total awesome. Yeah, it's fun.
Stargate there by David Arnold. Stargate is a fantastic.
It's called the Conqueror's good. I've got that CD, of course.
Yeah, it's funny. David Arnold did some of my favorite Bond scores. But my actual favorite score for a Bond film is The World Is Not Enough. I watched that a few weeks ago, and the music to that is fantastic, particularly during the speedboat chase in the opening scene.
I like that movie anyway, so yeah, I think the score is good.
A few weeks ago, I was like, this movie is just such a riot. My only problem I had with it was that I thought Robert Carlyle was underused in terms of as the villain.
Yeah, he's awesome, but yeah.
But I mean, it has my last, the best finishing line maybe of any Bond film. I thought Christmas only comes once a year. I watched that with my parents, and my mom said, "Really?" Sorry, Mom.
Yes.
Guyver 2 is an awesome score.
I don't remember that one. I have the score for Guyver 1 because I bought the Super Edition or whatever it's called. I don't know what these editions are called. The Collector's Edition that has the CD in it. So I actually have the score for Guyver 1. I own Guyver 2 on DVD, but I don't remember the score. But I remember thinking it was pretty good. I think the movie was better than Part 1, if I recall. But
shout out to Turbo Kid as well. Goes great.
Turbo Kid.
I've got that. I have that on Bandcamp, and I actually bought that from the guys Lamatos or whatever, whoever did it.
Yeah.
You know what else is good is Voyager. I'm friends with them. They did the soundtrack for New York Ninja, which is that movie that they found or whatever, and they cobbled it together. Those guys are great. They have a YouTube channel too, and they always share my crap or whatever, so they're pretty good. And their score was really nice too.
Yeah, you know who's awesome? I don't know if you heard him, Sunglasses Kid. He is kind of sort of synthwave kind of stuff, but you go to YouTube and like type in Warehouse Shootout Sunglasses Kid, and it's fantastic music. And then Badge and Gun is fantastic, but he also contributed to the score to Axel F or Axel from last year. And the best thing about that movie was the music. And yeah, I'm interested to see. I'd love to see him do like more movies because I just love his sound. He creates just these amazing 80s sounding. They sound like they're from just classic action movie scores. Like you just think it's going from like a Michael Mann movie or whatever else. So yeah, Warehouse Shootout, definitely look for that by Sunglasses Kid.
Sunglasses Kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote it down.
So and it's just basically all keyboard like synth music. But it's fucking awesome. It's so good. I listen to it all the time.
One thing and I think John will appreciate this. I always get pumped up when I hear this. I play it at work. It's the end credits to G.I. Joe the movie.
Hell yeah!
It's the instrumental of the song they play in the beginning. It's freaking awesome.
It is awesome.
And it's got like pipe flutes and everything. It's wicked.
It is.
You didn't mention, Sean. You didn't mention the super one, the king of all end credits.
What? Buckaroo Banzai.
Buckaroo Banzai. That's
there you are.
my ringtone.
Yeah, come on.
No,
Alex,
J-Man hadn't seen that movie, and then we kept it a secret. And he's like, "Oh, the end credits are awesome." Yeah.
No, nobody told me that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Nobody told me the end credits were like the best end credits of all time. So I never saw
me.
it.
Like, oh my god!
I was like, holy shit, the end credits, baby, that was awesome.
You know why they added that, right? In
No,
because they didn't like the way how it just ended, like where they kiss and then I forget what he says.
Big deal.
Yeah. So they didn't just want the credits to start going after that. So they got everybody back like months after.
Oh,
but it's
a curtain call, right?
Yeah, it was set to a different song though, and I forgot what it is. I saw it on YouTube, but it's the motion that they're dancing to is exactly to that song too, but it fit for the music that they played for Buckaroo Banzai.
And then they redid those end credits in Life Aquatic.
Yes.
They redid the end. Yeah, Sisu, or they redid the credits. Yep. But Buckaroo Banzai, man, that's the best, man. That's the best end credits. Best end credit song ever. Walking around. I want to do that. We have to get together, all of us. We have to do a day where everyone can get together, and we're gonna film that. We're all gonna walk down and like call a guy like Charlie, and then Charlie coming in. John comes in.
I remember I got confused though, like because when I first saw the movie, because
Hawk died.
Yeah, then they called. I'm like, what's going on?
He's back, baby.
Yeah, right. He's too cool to die. That's right. Yeah.
That is. You're right, John. That is exactly what I thought in my head. I was like, this guy's just fucking too awesome. He's not dead.
Right. Yeah, everything by Stan Bush is automatically great.
We got the meat fan.
The Touch is like the most inspirational song ever. If I'm in a bad mood, I listen to that, and everytheverything's fucking awesome by the end of it.
I love Dare. Dare is my go-to.
Yes, Dare is awesome.
Yeah. It's motivational too. You're like, I can do anything. It's like, let me.
Well, we met him. We all met him.
Yeah,
I saw.
We got a chance to meet him.
And I was jealous. Yeah, I know.
Because there's my autographed CD.
Mine's over there.
Private place up here. Oh dear. What else have we not mentioned? Rapid fire. That was a good one as well, Brandon Lee. We never actually talked. We were always going to do like a rapid fire stream. We should do that soon. Next week, by the way, this is for Ronnie. He requested that we discuss Point Break, and I was like, hell yeah, I got no problem talking about Point Break. So that's next week's show.
I'll mark that too.
You mean the remake?
I've never watched.
Did they remake that? Wow.
Yeah, they remade it.
Yeah.
Nobody watched it. I was like,
I didn't even know.
Fantastic.
I've never seen it. I've only watched the original one.
No, I'm never going to watch it. The Indiana Jones theme is one of my favorites. Like the Raiders March is just fantastic because Indiana Jones is maybe my favorite movie character of all time. I love it. I remember we had this discussion before, and I can't remember if this dickhead was being like satirical or not. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I hope with the next Indiana Jones movie they get rid of that fucking music." And I was like, "Maybe get rid of yourself."
Yeah, that has to be fake because. There's a lot of fake,
doesn't like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of fake fans of stuff that they're just there to be there. It's like, oh, I'm a fan, but I'm not. Like, how are you a fan and then you're not a fan? Like, that's one of these. I'm a fan, but you're a fan. I'm a fan of Indiana Jones, but that music. So then you're not a fan of Indiana Jones because the music is super important.
The music is part of the character.
Yeah, it's part of the character, and
there's no Indiana Jones without that John Williams score.
No, there's no. Yeah, and I think Temple of Doom soundtrack is actually better overall.
I would say that too. It's all the motifs of the first one and added new stuff too, like music and all that. Yeah, it's great.
Two that we haven't mentioned yet are Remo Williams, which we just
that's a great score.
Yes.
And this is one of your favorites, I think, Jurassic Park.
Yes,
that is a good score.
Yeah, whenever I was back home a few weeks ago, this is what a dick I am, right? Like my dad hates the Jurassic Park theme because it sticks in his head for like days. And Jurassic Park was on TV, and I was like, turn the volume up for the end credits. Come on. What the fuck is? So,
go home.
Yeah, I'm going to hell for that. Go back to Canada. What else? So, Under Siege. I think Under Siege 2 actually has a great question.
Yes.
For Justice Mark for Death. One of those ones. Actually, on Dead the Ground, actually has a pretty good score. That's Basil Polidorus again.
It does, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, RoboCop with Nigeria. RoboCop is fantastic.
I think John mentioned Jaws earlier. RoboCop was mentioned. Terminator.
Not an action movie, but Saw has a great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Close.
Oh my god. Yeah, as soon as that starts,
Oh yeah, you get pumped.
As soon as it starts, like,
I think it was like Saw 4 or 5 or whatever, where there's so many flashbacks and you're just like, holy crap, the editing of hello Zep, the editing on this, and it's like explaining all this crap. You're like, oh my god, yeah.
Even in like Spiral, when Spiral came out, gosh, I'm like, whatever. But then he did the song at the end, like they start to do the score, and I got immediately pumped up. I'm like, oh my god, what's going to happen? It's a big reveal. Awesome.
I believe Basil did. Besides Conan, my favorite score, he also did Cherry 2000.
Oh yeah,
that has a good. I've got that CD as well. That came with another that and what's the oh my god, Charlie Sheen movie. What the hell was that called? No Man's Land. No.
Oh yeah, No Man's Land. The one where they're still in the Porsches. I love
that. That's also that I've got that too. That and Cherry 2000 came as a double soundtrack. Pretty. Yeah, No Man's Land. I thought so. Yeah. That
ending is awesome. That freaking ending was.
I never saw the movie. I just was I didn't know what it was. Right. No. That's okay. I don't care. I'm gonna get that movie. I gotta. Get that.
It's a good ending. I like the end. It's
No Man's Land. Yeah.
It's an abrupt ending, but it's a good abrupt ending. Yeah. So yeah.
I was thinking like just going back to like the Rambo movies. Like the second one to me is like the best score. Because the track "Escape from Torture," that's the Murdoch, I'm coming to get you, and that is like the most heroic fucking music ever. It's like, I dropped my pants. There's an American flag. I'm just
yeah, we were talking about this. My wife and I were talking privately about this because just asking questions about the Superman American Way and Rocky and Rambo. I was like, well, the thing is that being Canadian, we always were just pumped up. Like we never thought of it as, this is not for us. Like, because, we would watch, you watch those British shows like Doctor Who and they look British. Like your eyes could tell that's a British show. When you watch a Cronenberg film or Canadian movie, you could tell this is a Canadian movie. And we associated the American characters as like these super big ones, big pumped up music. I'm a Real American, Hulk Hogan's theme. Yeah. Right. And we never looked at it that way. Just like, oh yeah, they're all pumped up big heroes and all that. We never thought like this is like not for us or this is celebrating something that we don't share, but we shared because we watched the movies. We cheered for Rocky, we cheered for Rambo, whatever. Yeah. And I think having that love, and putting that into the character gave you these things. Whereas I don't think people care too much. They just want to. It's like the sound. It sounds good. Like, oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, let's put it in there. It's like, yeah, but are you getting into the characters? Like we mentioned, Cuffs, which is one of my favorite. Yeah. That is Christian Slater's character. Like that music, you could just see Christian Slater coming in, hey, and they talk to and he's like talking to the camera. It's like, hey guys, it's like okay, and it's like that's awesome. Like that, same with Fletch. Like action, but Fletch, it like fits him so perfectly. Like that is Chevy Chase walking around being silly, right?
Yeah.
And like I don't think they're putting the thought into it the way like.
Well, it goes back to I'll just go back to my classical teachings because my dad listens to classical music and everything, and it's called a leitmotif. And that's whenever there's like a character or a recurring event has a theme, like the Force theme is like the leitmotif of the Force or Luke's theme and everything. And when you think about it, the score to start the Star Wars movie is probably the greatest scores of all time because like there's so many amazing different theme tunes. Like most movies, you'd be lucky if you get one memorable theme. You got like the Force theme, Yoda's theme, Luke's theme, Han and Leia's love theme. There's like the main theme, the Imperial March, the Emperor's theme, and just like Jewel of the Fates. I mean, so many you just go through right there. I mean, and I think after watching recent, I think Revenge of the Sith is probably my favorite score of Star Wars. Now, their music is fantastic to that movie.
It is pretty awesome. I'd have to listen to them all.
Yeah, but Empire Strikes Back is probably the best.
I think Empire's
like that. J-Man and Sean and I went to Hamilton and we saw them do the Star Wars in concert. And I think what's his name was there? C-3PO Anthony
Daniels. Yeah, I have all the pictures I saw the pictures.
And like they were playing scenes from the movie while they were playing it, and that Imperial March, I don't know how, like, that was insane. You're sitting there like, holy crap.
Well, me and Ed went to see Return of the Jedi a few weeks ago, just before COVID, and it was watching the full movie with the live orchestra, and I cannot stress how amazing that is, because like there's like a little intermission, and just the way it goes in, and hearing like the Imperial March, and like when Vader picks up like the Emperor at the end, you're hearing that build up to the music around with the live orchestra. It is fantastic. They're doing like the Lord of the Rings movies. Which I would love to see at some point, but the tickets are all super expensive. It's like $100 and something, and I'm like, I'm not paying $100 for a movie I already own. Like,
I've seen Lord of the Rings like 100 times. I don't really with my surround sound. I don't need to pay more. But the Empire thing, that was neat though, and the Jedi thing is neat because also it's a bit shorter. I don't know if I could sit for like 4 hours or
5 days.
Basically, the 6 Lord of the Rings films, we treat them as 12 movies. Mm-hmm. We watch, whatever it is, 2 hours, and we stop, and then we watch the next. So it's Hobbit Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 Hobbit movies, and there's 6 more. That's the only way my wife and I can get through them, because it's just like, I gotta take a break.
I mean, I've watched the trilogy over a weekend. The extended editions. Whenever I have nothing to do, I just get fucking munchies, drinks, and pants off. Sit there.
I could definitely do it, but she can't do it.
Yeah,
like it's just she can't sit like just like that.
Women can't sit still for that amount of time.
Well, it's not because of that. It's because of other reasons.
Yeah, that's right. Drive, the Ryan Gosling movie. Yeah, the music is fantastic. Yeah, it's really good as well. I just love that movie. And in fact, I have it. Okay.
Great elevator.
What else do we have? I'm just going to have a look at Roadhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Wish, the music wasn't particularly memorable.
I don't remember it.
No.
Time Cop was pretty decent. Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Hard Target. Oh, Sudden Death. The music to Sudden Death is fantastic as well. I say fantastic a lot, but it is. Particularly the music towards the end. Like whenever he's like swinging on the lights.
Yeah.
And everything, the music there is just so cool. It's like super exciting. What else? I mean, God, you could go through like all the westerns and everything as well. But I'm not
yeah. It was like always a thing. You had to have great music in a western, like even Silverado, which is a modern western.
Young Guns for me. I love Young Guns.
Yeah. Yes.
The modernish,
Yeah. Three Sense of Humor. The opening credits music was cool.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, we mentioned that.
Yeah, we mentioned that one.
Excellent.
Someone is about to mention there. I remember always loving the theme tune to the TV show of The Flash in the 90s.
It's the theme was, I think it was Danny Elfman who did
Danny Elfman. It just sounded like The Flash, Just
that was Batman, Batman What about Last of the Mohicans? That's one I have.
All time great.
That's a pretty good one.
Dances with Wolves as well.
Michael Mann. Michael Mann.
Yeah, I had
14 Hours Commando soundtrack. Yeah, no, we mentioned them. Yeah.
We mentioned
Walker.
that.
Yeah, Shirley Walker with the main theme by Danny Elfman. Yeah. Shirley Walker
Excalibur.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, Excalibur. Yeah. Well, it had the Ride of the Valkyries and whatnot, right? So,
oh my God, when they're riding and everything's coming back to life. Oh my God, such a great scene.
I know we mentioned it already, but I think we should just talk more about John Carpenter. So we've got like Escape from New York, The Thing, Halloween, The Fog. I mean, They Live.
Pretty much every soundtrack.
Ghost of Mars, everything.
Ghost of Mars is awesome.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Jim Casa. The American Ninja movies, that's good as well. Cobra, of course.
I had the Ninja trilogy on my list, the original, the canon.
Yes, I've that's right. Also the Ninja Turtles, the first one from like 1990.
I had that on cassette tape as well.
I had that on LP somewhere, the vinyl somewhere. Back to
it had a lot of music. It had a lot of like songs, though. It had a lot of songs in it, more so than the.
Yeah. what they're not action movies, but Back to the Future is fantastic music.
Back to the Future is iconic, man.
I mean,
Oh yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2 has one of the best endings for me.
Yeah.
Like when he comes back and he's like, "There's only one man that can." He goes, "Are you Marty McFly?" It's like, "Yeah." He goes, "There's only one man that can help me," and then he sends him back, and he comes running in. He literally whoosh, it goes off the screen. There's like, and then they play that music, and he comes running in. It's like, what the shit? The guy just left. And he's like, "I just sent you back." He's like, "I'm back again." I was like, yeah, that's so awesome.
Actually, somebody had mentioned earlier the Untouchables.
Al
Capone's theme.
What about Godfather? Oh my god,
Godfather, of course. Just like the Godfather. I love the music to the Godfather movies. Yeah. What else?
Close Encounters is in it.
Close Encounters,
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, you could just go through every movie ever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's trying to limit it to action is hard, but let's see, Stallone movies, Demolition. Oh, Cliffhanger, because it's very similar theme to Last of the Mohicans. If you listen to them both, you're like, they just totally ripped it off. But it's very similar. But Cliffhanger was great. It worked perfectly for the movie. Demolition Man was kind of good. That was Elliot Goldenthal who did Batman Forever and Batman Robin, which weren't great scores because you go from the Danny Elfman themes to like that, and you're like, "Fuck is this?"
I still kind of like them, and I've got the limited.
Yeah, I still kind of like it. It's a departure, but it fits. It's
superhero.
Yeah, it fits for me too. I've got the 2-disc limited blah blah blah.
Yeah.
CD of Batman and Robin soundtrack. It's
Dick
good.
Tracy as well.
Dick
Tracy. That was really good. What else? So we have Speed. Mentioned Die Hard. I like music to Die Hard because it is more subtle. I just hate the third movie score with the
marching home. Yeah, it went on too much.
Oh, yeah, drumming. Iron Eagle. Yes.
I kind of like The Matrix.
Yeah,
that's pretty iconic.
Got some pretty good stuff in there.
See, iconic is a word that's used so much by people these days, and I'm like, it's really not iconic. We're like, aren't these people iconic? Who are they? I have no fucking idea who you're talking about. It's like, no.
You can do it. It's iconic if you can close your eyes and tell what the movie is just based on.
But hearing the theme tune, like, oh, that's the Superman theme, that's the James Bond theme, that's Darth Vader's theme, that's Indiana Jones theme, that's Harry Potter's theme, or whatever.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Yeah,
Harry
Potter. Yep, I know it. I've only seen those movies once each, but I know that music.
Yeah. James Bond theme is super iconic. What the fuck is going on with that? Like, you announced a director, Denis, and I was like, oh great, Denis is going to direct it. I was like, cool. And then, but we don't have a star, and it's probably not going to come out until 2028. So I was like, okay, so everybody we think is going to be in it is going to be too old by then. So it's not Aaron Taylor Johnson, it's not Henry Cavill.
They were talking about Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I will not even.
I know, but they're talking about like going back to the beginning with James.
He's Spider-Man. Like he's too big
when he was 5.
Yeah, when's he gonna have time? Exactly.
Denis Villeneuve is from Quebec, so he's a Canadian, but I will say it, he's boring as shit.
Yes, I agree, 100%.
I am not looking forward to this.
100%, it's awful. It's a slow garbage movie.
Boring. That's
I admit boring. Extended scene.
Somebody said this recently. I can't remember if I mentioned this before. It was the best comment I saw on the recent James Bond movies, and they said they were trying too hard to be prestige movies and forgetting to actually just be entertaining.
The action and cool, yeah,
and they were just trying to be, let's make it all more, depressed Bond or whatever else. I don't want to see that. Like I said, if I want to be depressed, I look at my bank account. It's like Bond is supposed to be the ultimate male wish fulfillment, where he gets the girl, gadgets, saves the day, kills some bad guys, whatever. And if people don't like that, don't watch it because it's not for you. But that's what fans of Bond want to see. So give us what we want to see. So
nobody, you can tell by the. I'm telling you, I did this. I did a rant. I did a rant on one of my streams. I don't remember why. Everyone was laughing their ass off.
You did a rant.
But I was showing. No, I don't rant. No. I know you guys think that, but that doesn't on my stream. We have to go through so many comics. There's no time to rant, right? But there was we finished early. I did a mega rant, and it's like you look at the people making these movies. And look, they look like losers. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Look. Okay, I said my favorite movie is Conan. I said let's look up Conan. Sean, you could put your camera back on. It's fine. I was like, let's take a look at who made Conan. And you see our boy. He's got the big cigar. And so, yeah, I'm making Conan. I'm making the Conan movie. It's like we're gonna get that Schwarzenegger. We're gonna get him in shape, like John Milius. He's like he's got like a shotgun. He's like, we're going to get that loser Schwarzenegger in shape. He's going to look good in this movie, not like how he normally looks, like stuff like this, right? And then I'm like look at a picture of Denis Villeneuve or whatever. Like, this guy, like, what movie is he making? He's making lame shit. It's like, where's the cool people?
It should be like Chad Stahelski or something like that, someone who does action, or John McTiernan, bring him back, or something.
Yeah, like there's got to be someone who's like, what are you going to do in this new James Bond movie? I'm going to give you 3 things that's going to happen in this James Bond movie. Fucking excitement, more excitement, and even more excitement than if you added those 2 together. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. What's the plot of the next? What's going to be the pathos? There's going to be none. And you suck. Don't ask me stupid questions.
I want to see chicks in bikinis, tanks, explosions, gadgets, fun, one-liners.
Like, he's going to what's the villain going to do? The villain's going to be a piece of shit asshole scumbag, and you're going to sit there for 2 hours wanting to James Bond to kill this piece of garbage. But he's still going to look cool because he's still a cool Bond villain. That's what's happening. Oh, okay. Like, these people, what is going to happen in this movie? What are you talking about? Who's going to be the star? Who cares? Is James Bond going to destroy people? Like, yes or no? Like, he needs to. Is there going to be like hot girls in it? Well, I don't know. No, you're off the picture. Like, I don't understand what these people are doing. Nobody's excited to do anything. We're gonna get to the heart of the character.
It's because they all see it as content. That's why they don't see it as art anymore. It's all content, and like particularly where Amazon is involved. They use the term, James Bond is this great IP and it's great content. It's like, no, it's not. It's a beloved character from books before any of you fuckers were born.
Right.
And go back to where it came from. Set it back in like the 50s or 60s. And then have that where they can actually behave like the character.
The real 60s, not the Fantastic Four fake 60s.
Yeah, where James Bond
we had Bond movies in the 60s. They were made in the 60s. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's like about 5 of them. So
yeah, exactly. So just make them like that. And that's why they're the best ones, because that's where the character is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Campbell, like he did reboot it, like GoldenEye and Casino Royale. He did a good job with that, but ever since then he hasn't. Well, he did The Foreigner, mind you. The Foreigner was good. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I'm trying to think who I would actually like to direct.
Someone who's exciting. Like I was on my another guy's channel last night talking about Bad Taste, Peter Jackson, and look at the way that this guy. This is Sam Raimi. John Carpenter, what's his face? Titanic, James Cameron, right? All these guys started out with piece of shit, low budget horror movies, and they threw themselves into it. They're like, yeah, we can't make like Piranha or Piranha 2, whatever. We can't make a 5 out of 5 movie. We can't make a 5-star movie, but we're going to do the best we can with this budget and have fun. That's what Bad Taste is. That's what Halloween is, or Assault on Precinct 13, or even whatever. These guys throw themselves into it, and then they get better with every movie. They get a little bit more budget. They get more creative. But the heart and passion and creativity was always there to begin with from day one. On Bad Taste, you're like, this guy's pretty creative. It's not just gore. It's inventive. Like, there's a hammer stuck in a guy's head with an arm severed. Like, it's like, okay, this is kind of weird, but this guy's got something here.
Where the hell is he now? Peter Jackson. Like,
I don't know. But all those guys, Sam Raimi, right? Like, very inventive. It's like there's something with these guys.
And that's what people, yeah.
Now it's like someone makes some documentary. Oh, here, you're directing Eternals. It's like, you're directing Eternals. What movies have you made? It's like, you've made nothing. Like the person, it's like you made some documentary or something. It's like, are you a nerd? You could see Peter Jackson's a super nerd. He loves he probably played lots of Dungeons and Dragons and watched a lot of horror movies and fantasy, and that's why he's so good. Same with James Cameron. Oh, James Cameron's mean on set because he's trying to get shit done. Okay, he needs to get crap done, and it's going to be awesome. So just shut your mouth and just walk around saying you're a James Cameron movie. That Brian Thompson went up so high when I watched that Cobra feature, and he's like, "I'm in Terminator. Are you in Terminator? And are you in Terminator? John, are you in Terminator? I'm not in Terminator. He is in Terminator. So, it was hard to work with James Cameron. Okay, but I'm in Terminator. Are you in Terminator? No. So there you go. I don't know. Like it's like, where are these people? They're gone. Well,
Actually,
Cruise is around. He's kind of the only guy who's kind of trying
to the subject at hand. Actually, you remember that James Cameron. So like we did like Aliens. The Avatar has a great score as well. Love that. True Lies.
True Lies is a great score.
But that was Brad Fiedel again who did Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is probably the best action score of all time for me. That opening credit scene.
Yes.
That opening credit scene, fantastic. So good.
That is
one of the
fantastic emotional scores there is. Like that beginning thing, it is like the loneliest score. It has both like depression and hope in it. Like how he did that was astonishing. That he could build two separate emotions in one score, that diametrically apart, but encompass the movie perfectly. It is
true.
Impending doom it has to it. And there's like a sadness and excitement to it at the same time, where you're just like, yeah, well, we're all fucked, but this is going to be some action beforehand.
Yeah, and we're going to rise out of the ashes in some way or shape or form.
Terminator 2 is great. Not nerds, but unqualified women, which immediately qualifies. And
right.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, but you're a girl, so you're hired. And I was like, why does that make her the best person for the job? Because she saw a movie once. Oh, okay, you're hired.
Nobody can explain. None of these people, including the YouTubers, but also the people making it, none of them can explain why they like the thing they're making. So you're making a Star Wars movie. What do you like about Star Wars? Well, I like the relationships between Han and Leia. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, you're fired. It's like, next. It's like, what do you like about it? Well, I like the hero's journey. Okay, next. It's like these things are byproducts of awesomeness. It's like, what are you pumped up for, Star Wars? You know what I'm fucking pumped up for? When he's like, Jabba, this is your last chance, and Jabba's like, oh fuck you, I'm throwing you in the pit. And he's like, R2, send the thing. Comes in, fucking jump. That's why I like Star Wars. It's like, oh, okay, you're hired.
You start acting out and doing sound effects.
Name one moment in the sequel trilogy, like the barge scene where he jumps off, does a somersault, and the music comes on. You're like, fuck it, and then Luke kills everybody in the barge. I don't know a lot, but these movies, you're just like, oh well, this sucks. And
it's lame. It's lame shit. Even if it's good, because all of us have been guilty. Oh, that was okay. That wasn't that bad, right? It's lame. Yeah. Like even the ones where we say, well, this wasn't that bad, but it's still lame. Like they're going to be thrown into the pit, and Luke Skywalker's like, you think this is a problem right now? This pit here that you got? Like, Jabba, let us go or you're dead. Oh, screw you, Luke.
Can I say here?
Right?
Here's the thing, like, because when I'm doing like news articles and stuff like that, how many times do you see this? It's his directorial debut. He's done a lot of music videos. Maybe start with smaller films, have him build up till you get to the big film, and then it's like, oh, he directed 2 music videos, but here you go, Star Wars, do it, man, let's go. It's like,
and it's always a lame interview. Nobody has any passion. No one's hyped up for it. Right? Imagine you said you can do a Star Wars movie, and you can do one. You're gonna be like, holy shit! Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this, and like, yeah, you gotta act there. You gotta tell me. I need to see it in your eyes that you're pumped up for Star Wars.
If someone said to me, "You make a Star Wars movie," I would be like, okay, I want to tell a Darth Bane trilogy, and I want to tell his story because it's all about the creation of the Rule of Two and the Sith. It's fucking awesome, and the coolest thing in it is a thought bomb, which is one of the coolest things in Star Wars. It's much better than the 2nd or 3rd Death Star, which you keep coming up with, and
right.
And
Star Killer.
It's just a really cool story, and it sets up for the Sith. And there's so many like cool ideas, or like the Old Republic stuff, like this, little things which fans have been wanting to see, and Disney are like, well, we could do that, but what about the High Republic instead? We'll do the Acolyte, like, or not. It's just
every movie needs to start with an action thing immediately.
Yes,
it needs to start within an action story, like right away, like they're rescuing someone or whatever. Or I don't know. Like it needs to immediately begin. Hey, Just Joe, how's it going, dude?
Yeah, we did. We mentioned it a little while ago.
We mentioned Delta Force,
because that would mean paying the writers to say, yeah. But the thing is, they keep stealing stuff from the EU and then you're regurgitating it.
So they're taking it and not doing it justice anyway.
Yeah, McCory would make a good bomb. Yeah, actually, he would. Yeah, the guy.
One of the excuses they have to pay royalties to somebody, it's Disney. What do you talk? It's like a multi-billion-dollar.
But they don't though, because they never like using George Lucas's characters. It's all the sequel trilogy characters. Like Galaxy's Edge, it's all about the sequel trilogy. Nobody gives a fuck about them because if they use like the classic themes or whatever, then they have to pay them.
You know, but they're Disney. Like, pay it then.
Yeah,
and
just
then
do
reap
it.
The benefits of people going to the thing. Like, oh my
They'd
god,
rather lose money. Yeah, I know, it's fucking bizarre.
Are there any accountants there that can, like, with any sense? Like, Jesus.
Why do you hate money so much?
Yeah, I think allergic to money.
They're a charitable organization now.
They need to come out and say, we apologize for all of it. We're wiping all of it away. You fans were right. We were wrong.
What we really meant.
We're idiots. Yeah, we're idiots. We're sorry. The next movie is Shadows of the Empire. It's going to be exactly the story, exactly, not interpreted. It's going to be exactly the story. And we apologize and we're erasing everything. But I really liked the first couple of Mandalorians. Unfortunately, we're wiping those out too. We're wiping it all out. It's all fake. There's no
Baby Yoda too.
Baby Yoda's gone. All of it. I like Baby Yoda. Just wipe it all out. It's all gone.
Has to go.
All of it. It's like there's 6 is the last.
Mandalorian, everything. I don't care. It's kind of good. Well, fine. You can watch it on your own. It's not part of it anymore.
It's not part of it. I like Rogue One. Well, unfortunately, it's got to go. All of it goes.
Yeah.
It's like that's it. Now we're gonna do Shadows of the Empire or whatever as the or you can do your
trilogy,
your thingy. Yeah, you could do that, and that's it. And to say we're not gonna adapt it. It's going to be this.
Yeah,
this isn't the book, but it'll be this book exactly adapted, not my interpretation. Well, on page 75, this guy says something that's not a nice word. He's saying it in the movie. I don't care, but he says retarded. It's like, well, he's saying it in the movie, so how you like that? It's being said. I don't care.
That'll be the press release.
That'll be the press release. And they should say anyone.
Who's saying it?
Yeah, and then they say anyone who made fun of someone who didn't like this garbage, you owe them an apology because we're going back to the real thing. We want the real Star Wars fans back. If they say all of that and they erase all of it from canon, maybe. It's like, remember Chris Rock? Maybe. What if when there's like, can anyone say the N-word? He's like, he goes, there's a slim possibility where you could kind of say it or whatever. It's like maybe people will come back, maybe, and then get Star Wars Theory to just talk about it.
I'm fine with it being dead. I don't know why everyone's so appalled. I mean, I have so much Star Wars stuff. It's fine. It's like I have a lot to read. I have a lot to revisit. It's good. Yeah. I don't need more. You know, you're not going to do it well, so forget it.
Yeah. Just going back to John Barry composed the damn score. The Specialist, the music to The Specialist was Stallone and Sheridan. That music is fantastic. Stop saying fantastic. Oh my god. Fucking great. There we go. Fantastic Four. But yeah, it's just like one of his Bond scores. I mean, John Barry had a recognizable sound where he never did he really did like loud or bombastic music. It was also kind of sort of slinky and quieter music, and that's why it's so perfect for Bond and The Specialist. And then the Western theme for Dances with Wolves is great as well. Mm-hmm. But even if they make shit, they still get enough eyeballs on it telling them it's crap to make them streaming numbers. Yeah, exactly. I saw The Specialist is supposed to be hitting 4K. Ooh. I hope so.
With one feature.
Yeah, or none. So, well, at least the Longest Goodnight 4K is awesome. So, and I'm trying to decide what star rating to give like Lethal Weapon, because you've got 2 versions of the movie. You've got theatrical and director's cut in 4K. The quality is brilliant. And then there's like 2 special features, and then the film is like 5 stars. Obviously, it's classic. Yeah. So like, but when I'm reviewing the actual 4K itself, not just the movie, so I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, what are your what is the criteria? Like, you're not reviewing like technical details like they do on those sites where you say the picture quality is whatever pixels.
I just say how good it looks or whatever, because I don't fucking know. Yeah, I could pretend it's good HDR, right? Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what that means. High dynamic range, I know what that means, but
yeah, you know what it is. Yeah,
I know what it is, but
it makes it more vivid, and the blacks are blacker.
And I like vibrant colors and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff I go on.
The refresh rate, so if it's like a panning shot, it doesn't get all weird or whatever.
Yeah, and you want inky blacks, because like, I mean, if you watch like Lord of the Rings on DVD, and whenever it comes up and says the Lord of the Rings, all the blocks come up and it's so pixelated.
Yeah.
And then we watch it on 4K, perfect black.
Perfect.
And that's one of the things where people are like, oh, it looks shit in 4K. I was like, it looks fucking great in my 4K player. Thank you, Steve, because you bought it.
No, I don't think anyone said Lord of the Rings looks good. That's insane.
No, some people complained, but these are just like,
really?
too
That's
much.
like super insane. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of the Rings music is outstanding. It's like there's a piece of music in The Hobbit. It's at the end of the first movie, whenever the eagles are flying over and dropping off the top of the mountain. It's the most gorgeous piece of music. I nearly like started crying in the cinema because like the music was just so.
I love The Hobbit. I love every second of all of it.
I just love Middle Earth. Anytime I'm in Middle Earth, I'm happy, except for Rings of Power.
I didn't finish it. I didn't finish Ironheart. I'm on Ironheart episode. I get over 400 views on my reviews, but that means I have to watch it, and I can't review it without watching it. So I have to think it's enough to get the reviews. Because I watched
the first 3 episodes of Ironheart. They sent me the whole season, but they sent it to me while I was on vacation, and I came back and I was like, you have like 4 hours to watch it. I was like, oh fuck. So I had to watch all 3 episodes, and then it expired, and I was like, oh well, I'm sure the rest of it's crap.
I watched all 3 episodes, and it's a pile of shit.
Yeah, I didn't love it. Yeah. I was like, so she's a criminal then, right? Okay, so why are we supposed to be, she's arrogant, right? Okay, and she's doing it because she can. Oh, that's a great motivational reason, because she can. Great, okay.
And she complains like, "Oh, Tony Stark is a billionaire. That's why he built the suit." Except for literally in the movie, he had nothing in a tunnel, and they said, "Tony Stark, remember, Tony Stark was able to build this with scraps in a cave." It's like, right. So his billion, he didn't order in parts. Like, he's dying, and the shrapnel's coming closer. He's going to die. He creates the arc reactor and the full armor, and fights those guys, and escapes with the help of that one guy in a cave with spare parts. So. What are you talking about? When did he use his billions? Yeah, after the fact. Well, sure, after the fact, he uses billions, but he has a company. You know what that means? He went to school. His dad went to school. His dad got government contracts. It's called working. It's called get off your ass, get a job.
He was successful, damn it.
He was successful, damn it. It's like, what a bunch of... Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
No, it's just you damn capitalist, you. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be poor, though.
But she's not. She got a scholarship to a great university and has unlimited resources.
I haven't seen.
And then she gets expelled and steals the equipment and then joins a gang of murderers. She joins a gang of murderers. And I'm like,
trolling everyone now.
It's you guys need to. You
is the action any good?
There is no action. You need to watch.
There's a few fight scenes and whatever, but there's nothing that stands out. It's just sort of generic fight scene followed by generic fight scene, and there's nothing.
She doesn't use the suit in action. That's my thing. There's fight scenes where the gang. I didn't see I saw 3 episodes where the gang beats up like security guards and shoots them. But Ironheart shooting and fighting people, it doesn't happen, at least in the first 3. Yeah. Anyway,
I was remembering Unforgiven has a nice score as well. It's sort of quiet but beautiful music. Yeah. Well, they finally bring in Mephisto. Oh, do they finally? They've always been talking about him.
Yeah, it's such very cool.
Yeah, remember when Ironheart defeated Mephisto? No, because that doesn't happen.
Isn't that a Ghost Rider villain?
Yes, that is a Ghost Rider.
Yes, he's a Ghost Rider villain.
Hey, I know that. I don't know comic book stuff. Hey, well done, Owen.
So Owen, ladies and gentlemen, Owen officially knows 100% more than the makers of Ironheart. How is Mephisto fighting Ironheart? Like,
how is this even possible?
This is so stupid.
This is not possible. That's like Galactus versus Squirrel Girl.
Right.
And I'd pay to watch that.
Yeah, that's. I know. I never tried to get
like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's so stupid. This is creatives. They don't have a moral compass. That is the problem.
Yeah.
They think that they actually think that is true. That's the problem. That's why you won't get the big heroes anymore. They don't like big, tough.
Heroism is scowled upon. Yeah,
they don't like that. Like, that's why you've got your Tom. Well, Tom Holland might be a good James Bond. No, he wouldn't be a good James Bond because
he's a sissy.
He's a sissy.
He could shine Bond's shoes, maybe, and that's about it. Maybe
Yeah,
he's not Bond. Fuck off.
Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You're going from freaking Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan to this punk ass bitch.
Yeah.
Like, it's a disgrace, man.
He'll climb up buildings and be Spider-Man, and that's fine.
Yeah, my running shoes can be friggin' James Bond better than this kid.
Oh, dear. Did anybody see the trailer to the Running Man remake?
No.
Yes.
I don't hate it.
No, I mean, it was all right, but I mean, people, I always just think of people like, oh, finally they make it like the book, and I was like, yeah, doesn't the book suck?
No, the book's really good, actually.
That's really good. Oh, yeah.
The book's really good.
Well, Steve, why don't you watch a trailer and let me know what your thoughts are?
Yeah.
My thoughts, having not read the book because I can't read, is that this movie looks like it's somewhat the book. See, this is one of these excuses like Owen is saying, oh, it's like the book or whatever. Okay, firstly, it's not the book because it doesn't look like the book from what I know. Right. It looks like there's in the book a lot of regular people call in and get involved, and they try to get spot him and give up his whereabouts and get prizes and stuff, right?
Yeah. So what it is you're part of the games. Like there's a games like division, like there's a tower,
right?
And ordinary people go there because that's the quick. It's basically like, how do I get money? You
right.
join one of these reality show games, and it's like. They do different things, and like the people who are in the best physical shape go on the Running Man. They get the most money, but they have the most danger because they got people hunting them throughout the United States.
Yes.
Right. So
you can go anywhere or whatever. Yeah.
You can go anywhere. So he's trying to keep ahead of the hunters, right? And that's basically what it is. It looks like a noir. It's like a post-apocalyptic noir nightmare future story. That's what it is.
It looks so it looks like that's the theme of it, but it doesn't look like what you would think it would look. It looks a little, I don't know, the visuals don't look. I don't think it actually looks that bad. Like I don't know. I'm not angry about it because it has nothing to do with Schwarzenegger's movie in any way.
It's Edgar Wright. So two things I'm thinking of. First of all, it's Edgar Wright. He usually does good movies.
I didn't like Baby Driver that much, though.
Yeah, Baby Driver was kind of like I've liked pretty much everything else he's done. But I agree with you. Baby Driver was like it had its moments.
It was okay, but yeah, I've only watched it once.
The other thing is that Stephen King's almost all of his stories have been redone 4 billion times. There are multiple versions of it. So I'm not angry at all about this one because I've got 2 versions of The Shining. I got 2 versions of Carrie. I got two versions of Salem's Lot. I got 2 versions. The Stand. Like I got 2 versions of everything. Yeah. So I'm not going to get my nose out of joint over this one because there's so many.
I mean, I'm going to see it. I'm curious about it for one reason. It's filmed in Glasgow, where I'm from. And I was like, oh, okay. So
I'll see it.
Yeah, we'll go see it, boys, when it comes out, and we'll do
we can go see it.
Unbiased review.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it looks like someone tried to make a movie. Like it doesn't look like a puke fest. Like it's like, oh, look, this looks like it could be like a real movie almost.
I mean, Edgar Wright is a good director. So and Glenn Powell is a decent enough actor from what I've seen. I liked him in Maverick and whatever, but so we'll see. You just have to separate from the Schwarzenegger movie, which you keep thinking, but it was just a few years ago. Yeah, it wasn't like nearly 40 years ago or something. So
yeah, it was 38 years ago, I think.
Wow.
I'll give this one a chance because I have The Shining. The movie is nothing like Shining, the miniseries. Yeah. Stephen King actually likes the miniseries. He hates the movie. I think the movie's better and it's farther from the book. I just think it's done by a better filmmaker. So
everybody is saying, why isn't Steve Harvey playing? I mean, it really should. That's the thing. It's like it really should be him. You're going to be hard pushed to top your man who played Killian, but we'll see. If they do something different with, I want them to do something different. I don't want to do the same thing again because we've already seen it. So we'll see. When is it? November.
Yeah.
November.
Yeah, we'll check it out then. So, any other scores? I don't know. We've talked about all sort of the major ones, haven't we?
I think so.
All right, so we'll just go around. What is your all-time favorite action movie score? Like, it doesn't have to be the best, but the one that you listen to the most. For me, it's Con Air. I listen to that all the fucking time. Just I can't say anything else. I would say maybe that, Superman, and Danny Elfman's Batman, which are superhero movies, but Rambo too. Jay, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say Conan. For scores is my favorite Superman. I would say Danny Elfman as well. I also like Terminator 2. That was one of my first CDs as well. Yes. Escape from New York. So there you go. Those are kind of my favorites.
Okay, John.
I'd say, again, I said it before, Delta Force. I listen to it all the time. I love it. And Lone Wolf McQuade and Commando are my top 3, probably.
Right. Oh, the game show isn't Killian in the new version. Josh Brolin is. Oh, really?
Yeah, Josh Brolin is Killian. Yeah, that was in the trailer.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
I was kind of half paying attention to the trailer. Yeah, I was watching it at work. Steve.
Terminator 2, Total Recall, and I'd say Superman.
Yeah. Oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark as well. I need to add that.
Yeah. And Star Wars.
Recall. Yeah, I mean, there's
the 5 right there.
Are we doing action movies or like movies in general?
I know that's a problem. I mean, all I listen to is like music scores. I mean, like I rarely listen to music that actually has lyrics. I just listen to like movie scores and stuff to turn the tinnitus down in my head.
I mean, obviously Star Wars, Super, and all that. You can say it all day, you know, like all the ones we talked about. So.
Oh god, yeah, Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Sean,
what are some of your favorites anyway?
What? Sean, what
are some of your favorites?
Temple of Doom, Empire Strikes Back, and I don't know, G.I. Joe the movie. I really do listen to it.
I agree with that choice, Sean. I'll back you up on that one.
See, now you got me in the mood to watch G.I. Joe the movie, the animated movie. I haven't seen that in years.
Oh, it's awesome.
I love it.
It's awesome.
The intro in itself is a movie.
That intro is great, but that orchestral version of the intro is awesome, man.
Yeah. No, the intro is epic.
Yeah, Larry Houston storyboarded the whole thing, and he said he always put everything in there because he knew the animators would just do half of it. The problem was this was a movie budget, so they did everything. And he's like, oh my god, what the hell?
Oh, I just real quick, I love Mask of Zorro.
Yes, music is
yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
and the music to Drop Zone was used in the trailer, the Hans Zimmer music. So basically anything by Hans Zimmer, but I
want to mention Maniac Cop Part 2, buddy. I took my tape recorder and I put it to the TV to record the intro music of Maniac Cop Part 2. Na, 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 na,
Exterminator 2.
Oh, Exterminator 2. Oh.
The best. What else? Okay, yeah. So yeah, everything by Hans Zimmer. Yeah, his King Arthur score, like the one with Clive Owen, the film wasn't great, but the music was outstanding. Really, really good. Yeah, that's it. And I'm tired and hot, so I'm finished now.
I'm hot too.
So next week, let's talk Point Break. We'll do that for Ronnie.
I sent you the whatever.
Excellent. All right, we'll do that later on. And it's always nice to watch a classic movie from the 90s, so that's not a problem. So anybody doing anything cool this week on their various streams or channels?
I've got something every day. So Friday's Star Wars, Monday's Avengers. That's what we always do. This Sunday is Speed Racer. So that'll be cool. Oh man, it's so awesome.
It was like a flop at the time, but then it's got this cult following where people are like, oh no, it's actually awesome.
Like my wife can't, like she's nervous. She loved it. She's nervous to watch on the 4K 65-inch because my other TV is a little smaller, and it makes her dizzy because it's so graphic and fast, and it's like she's like, I have to take breaks. Like she's like, she can't. It's, they have that. They have the warning of the flashing lights. And actually, she's like, I can't do it. But it was awesome. Pirates of the Caribbean is good.
Yeah.
Those are really good scores. Yeah.
I mean, you can literally go on for like hours and hours talking about all the best. But I think we've talked about sort of the main ones and our favorite ones. I don't know. Does anybody have a score that they actually hate, where there's like a sequel or something, and they change the music, and you're like, oh, why didn't you keep the same theme? Now, there's a movie which has a different theme tune, but I still kind of like it anyway. It's RoboCop 2.
Yeah, I also like RoboCop 2.
Yeah, so they changed music to that. But I always thought, like with the Iron Man trilogy, they kept changing the music throughout. So Iron Man doesn't have an iconic theme tune because they kept changing the music, and that's always been the thing with like the MCU. Is that apart from Captain America and the Avengers, nobody else had like a theme tune. They just kept changing it all the time.
I liked Iron Man 3's song for Iron Man.
I like
that movie was poopy, but
Thor: The Dark World actually had a great score. It was Brian Tyler again. The music, so that was cool. So that's the only thing I remember about it. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so next week we're talking Point Break. So that should be awesome. Also check out the website, theactionelite.com, because I just posted interviews with the cast of the Old Guard 2, where I spoke with Henry Golding and Chiwetel Ejiofor and a few others, and the director as well. What was quite funny is that the I think the director had a thing for me. It's quite funny because I started off and I was like, "Oh, it's nice to see you. Nice to meet you." She said, "Oh, it's lovely to hear that accent." I was like, "Oh, that close." Don't compliment me. Actually, interesting. There's something I just want to say just before we go. Whenever you're talking about GI Joe, there, I don't know if you know, if you guys probably do, but in the UK, it was called Action Force.
Action
Force.
Yes. So that was initially what I was going to call this website. When I was trying to come up with them, I was like the Action Force. I was like, no, that's probably a website, legal thing or whatever. And then I saw a DVD for the Robert Duvall James Caan movie called The Killer Elite. And then I was like, oh, the Action Elite. And I went, oh, the Action Elite, that's kind of cool, kind of cheesy. So it feels kind of like the 80s. And I was there you go. So that's the origin story of the
That's
title.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, Action Force now is its own. It's actually its own thing now. So so it's not GI Joe anymore, but now it's its own thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is an Action Force now, and the toys look, and they make the toys like GI Joe, so it's kind of like a GI Joe-ish ripoff.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I need to go to the air conditioning, so I have to get out of here right now. So thank you all for joining us. Join us next week, and we're going to be talking Point Break per Ronnie. So hope you're pleased, Ronnie. And if you are watching, remember, you are the Action Elite.